I believe that you have an idea about what I have told you about the PNP. And if you still have questions, just go live and you come back on with your mics and you can ask me your questions one by one. So let us do this thing. So whoever wants to ask a question should unmute his or her mic and then ask me the question. Okay. So one by one. So what you can do that you can unmute yourself or you can just raise your hand, then I will speak your name and then you can go ahead and ask me your question. Okay guys, so you ask me the real-time questions. So what I would request that you switch on your cameras so that I can see you. So then one by one, there is a facility that if you look at your tile and you can basically, if you look at the bottom, there is a reaction. So you can basically tell me, you raise your hands. So then you can ask me your questions. So your questions are good. Yes, Harkishan Shah. So you ask your question.
Hello. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, yes. So I can hear you. So you can go ahead and ask your question.
Hi, sir. Rikishan here. Actually, basically, I'm a cost estimation engineer. So, is that beneficial for me?
Okay, just a moment. Your voice is not very clear. Just hold on for a moment. I will get my headphone. You can please repeat your question.
Sir. I am a quantity survey and cost estimation engineer.
Mhm.
So, is that course is beneficiary to me?
You are working as an estimation engineer in the construction.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, so that role is called the quantity surveyor, right?
yeah.
Because I work with a lot of people in the construction industry and doing the planning and scheduling. See, when you are getting a job for the quantity survey, you have to do a lot of planning. Okay,
Okay.
you have to plan that work, you have to plan that
Yeah.
schedule. So doing this course will give you an edge so that you can tell your client that how much time it will take you to deliver this quantity survey result. Because only after the quantity the survey job is done, a project can be planned with that info. So definitely it
Yes.
will help you because I've seen a lot of the construction projects. So where the quantity surveyors are having the PMP certification also. So that will be good.
Okay. Okay. And one more, is there any offline materials, course materials is there, or are you providing only online?
No, I am providing all the offline material. The online thing is my training, and my training recording will be online after the training is completed. And I will be providing you the PMBOK guide. I'll be
Okay,
providing you the question bank. I'll be providing
okay,
you with the handbook for the PMI guidelines that how
okay,
to prepare your application, and I will be providing you certain notes which I have prepared myself so that all the formulas and the terminologies they are handy with you. So all that
okay,
will be provided in the PDF format through the Google Drive and which you can access and after the course and it will be there for a long time and you can download it and you will be in the WhatsApp group. All my students, those who have passed even 5-6 years ago, they are in a WhatsApp group. Now, what is
okay.
the benefit of keeping my students, the former students in the WhatsApp group? Because it is my former students, they sometimes come back to me for Microsoft project training or Primavera training, or if they're doing any project, they seek my help. So I provide them help and they
Yeah,
provide me business also. So I'm not
okay,
advertising much, but I'm keeping in touch with all my students. So you are assured of the my support not only till the PMP certification, but you will be with me for the maybe the rest of your life in the WhatsApp group.
okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay,
So the
okay, sir.
material will be provided in the PDF format even when I'm conducting the classroom trainings. So in the classroom training, when I had started training the PMP 10 years ago, so we used to give a lot of bulky material. Now what happened? See, the times have changed. Now, let me tell you that
Yeah.
many of my students say, sir, the guides that you are providing, two, three guides, they are this much thick, and my laptop is this much thin. Okay. Earlier, we used
Hmm.
to feel good by giving them the bulky handbooks. Then, in every industry, every person is using a laptop these days. Laptop is not about IT, laptop is an end user product for every industry. Now they say that in my laptop I can keep thousands of guides, give me only the soft copy because whenever I am traveling in the company bus, I can open my laptop and read it. I can utilize my traveling time. If I am in the company, I can open my laptop. So after some time, the student they are asking for the soft copy, and after some time they are asking for the soft copy only.
Yeah.
They say that we don't need the hard copy
Hard
because
work.
hard copy does not have the facility to find. In the soft copy, you can do a control F, you can do a control H, you can find something, read it quickly, and come back to the point.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so that is the benefit. Okay, so all the soft copy material will be provided. So what will be provided? You will be provided with the PM box. You will be provided with my slides, with my study guides. You will be provided with the exercises. We will be provided with 13 question banks, and you will be provided with the PMI handbooks and the guide, which will help you fill the application correctly. So you will be provided that. So you will be never be out of the support. That is the
O-
thing. Okay.
okay. Sir. Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. So next person can ask his question. So please raise your hand so that I can unmute you, and then I can answer your questions. Or you can unmute it by yourself. Go ahead and ask your question. So feel free to ask your question. This is a seminar to answer your questions only, so that you feel comfortable about doing the PMP, the certification, so that you know the relevance. Please go ahead. So I see a lot of names here: Rakesh Chauhan, Hardev Singh, Satyendra, Bhavesh Thakkar, Apur, Victor, Ajit, Navneet, Sonia, Mary, Manoj Bhatt, Sandeepan Ghosh, then Inayat, then Mukul Anand, Janeshwar, Karthikeyan, Arpan, Praveen, Pranay. So guys, please go ahead and feel comfortable to ask your questions.
Hi, hi Sujay. This is Mukul here, Mukul Anand.
Ah,
So
yes, Mukul.
so I do have a query. Whatever I heard is that for going to this program, so like a certain prerequisite criteria is there. A candidate has to be have minimum 2 3 years of experience as a project manager, or somebody has handled some projects. So so is it a hard and fast rule? This criteria is there, or somebody anybody can without having this experience, like a person can go ahead with this program.
Yes, Mukul, I have heard a question. That's a very relevant question. Good one. So what Mukul had asked, what is the criteria for appearing in the exam? See, the first criteria is that you should be a graduate. So which you are. In India, a person is minimum a graduate, only a minimum chance to get a job. So definitely you guys are the graduate. So minimum first criteria is fulfilled. Second criteria is that you will undergo this training. And the third criteria is that you should be having some work experience. PMI is not saying that you should be working as a project manager. See, you cannot join directly from a college, a company as a fresher and directly become a project manager. So you would be working in some project team. This is what PMI is saying. PMI says that you should have 4,500 hours of work experience in any organization, any domain as a team member. So once you have certain knowledge about the working of the project, but not necessarily as a project lead or project manager, but you should be working in an organization as a team member, and that 4,500 man hours, it translates into 2.5 years. If you have got 2.5 years of the work experience, it translates into 4,500 hours of the criteria. So definitely you can do it if you are having a minimum 2.5 years of the work experience in any industry and in any domain. Okay, so that you can understand the project management knowledge. And those who are fresher, they can go for the CAPM test. The CAPM test is called full form it is called Certified Associate of Project Management. The CAPM gives a validity to your knowledge of the project management, but it does not validate your experience as a project manager. But the PMP certification validates your experience as a project manager. PMP certification has got, it asks you 200 questions to be answered in 4 hours, and its questions are much more descriptive. And a CAPM test asks you 150 questions, and the questions are just one liner. They are asking only the fundamental questions. They will ask you questions like what is a critical path. But whereas in the PMP, the same question will be phrased in a story that Mary has a problem in determining the what is the minimum time needed to complete the project. She is trying to use a project network diagram, and in the project network diagram she should be looking for X. So what is that X? Then you have to select from the four given answer, forward pass, backward pass, critical, and this and that. So the PMP certification is having lot of situational questions. In the CAPM test, you are having only the fundamental questions. Okay. So the criteria is, once again, let me repeat: graduate in any discipline. Second, the certification training, 35 hours of the contact hours certificate will be provided by us, signed by me with my own PMI ID number. Third is that you should be having 4,500 man hours of work experience, which translates into 2.5 years. Okay. So these are the three main criteria which you should have for the PMP certification. Those who do not have the work experience, they can go for the CAPM test, and after completing the 2.5 years, they can go for the PMP test. So they will have the certification. So when you are going for the PMP certification, there is no need for this training once again. So this training, the certificate which you will get plus your CAPM certification will make you the eligible person for the PMP testers. That is it.
Okay. So apart from this, like as you discussed already, like if some candidate goes for the project manager interview, so as I do have a 9 years of experience work, I've worked in a project, but I don't have a project management experience. And if I'm applying for a project manager post, so then definitely some situational or criteria based questions would be there. And I have not experienced, like I have not worked as a project manager. So in that scenario, like how a candidate can answer, because it's already like you said that like we have like candidate used to give some certain scenarios, and based on that, like a candidate used to get tests, like how he or she is giving the answer, and we can assure that like this particular candidate is right for this organization. So so in this scenario, like how a candidate can, like after going through a training, that's fine, like candidate has certification, completed the certification, but actually we don't have the real life experience of a project management.
See, normally it is useful for a person who has worked as part of a project team. If you have worked as part of a project team in any domain, you should go for the PMP certification. Now, there are a lot of project managers that I used to interview. They are like you said, you have got an experience of 9 years of working as a project manager, which is quite good. But if you go for any industry,
uh,
now that will they will ask you
what are
global questions. They will ask you wide variety of questions. You may be able to answer, you may not be able to answer. But if you undergo this training, your knowledge of the project management will be completed. After this training, you will be able to understand risk management, quality management, human resource management, procurement management, stakeholder integration management, scope management, schedule management, cost management, communication, everything completely. You will be having a complete process framework in your mind, and it will ensure that you are able to make yourself very clear in answering the questions with the proper terminology also, because you will learn a lot of project management terminology also. So that will give you an edge over rest of the candidates, because I also used to see the same thing, the same situation. So I'm working as a program manager, and I get a call from my HR manager. He says, sir, there are 5 candidates in the reception and they need to be interviewed because the project manager is not available. He cannot take the interview. he is busy in a client call. So when I have to select two candidates out of the five, and if I have a choice to select a PMP certified candidate, definitely I would like to save my time. So this happens. So this happens very discreetly. It is not someone wants to discriminate between the certified and the non-certified. I'm not saying that non-certified project managers, they cannot manage the projects. Okay, they can also manage the projects. They might be doing well in their company, but if you go for the interview, you may not get a chance. That's what I'm saying. If you want to increase your chances of the success, so at some point of time, you might have to change your job. Okay, to stand out differently from the crowd, to stand out or more value from the crowd, so you will have to give a confidence to your future employer. Look, I'm certified. I have a quantified knowledge. I have a tested knowledge. I have a vetted knowledge. I have this training. I have the understanding of the risk management. I have the proper understanding of the processes of the schedule management. I can take care of the critical path. I can take care of the risk. I can take care of the quality parameters. These are the things which will give you an edge over rest of the candidates. It is very, very important. A project manager is a problem manager. So if you have a process knowledge, so you are one of the best. So employees, those who are doing good, so they are visible to the top management. So top management, many of the companies, they have seen that certified and trained employees, they are doing good. I'm not talking about the PMP certification only. Suppose a company, a software company, okay, has received a project from the client, and that is a banking domain client. And the banking domain client says, look, I'm going to hand over a database to you in which I have got the data of 6 million of my customers. But do you think they will hand over the administration of the database to an uncertified DBA? No. That will be a certified person. In every technical role, in every role these days, companies are asking for certified people. Like we are also looking for certified products. So we are also like certified or uncertified people, we also have a certain value. Okay. So if you want to stand out from the crowd, if you think that you want to do better in your career, then you should go for the certification. Maybe you have all that knowledge. All it needs is a proper structure and a proper framework, and after which you will be able to stand out, and you will be able to make your mark. Okay. So that is why I'm saying that you should go for the certification while the time is available. So maybe a lot of people, they are not even traveling for work. They may be still working from home, but definitely that leaves you with a lot of time with the energy. Suppose if your working hours are from 9 to 6, and since you are working from home, you are most relaxed. And after that, you can do your studies. Okay, so we have kept this training on the weekends, Saturday and Sunday, so that maximum number of the people can attend. So the 4 dates are like we are having the dates 23, 24, and 30 and 31st of May. So we are utilizing 2 weekends, 4 days. Okay, and you can enroll in that, and you can complete your study during the lockdown, and you can take a test at home.
Okay.
Maybe after the lockdown, when the test centers they will open, so you have to travel to the test center. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thanks for answering this.
Do you also help in filling the application? Like if everybody may does not have like full project management, and they have to translate that whatever work they do into that 4,500 hours, how you did all. So do you help in filling that application?
Yes, Apurva. So let me explain what he asked. Apurva is asking, do we help in filling out the application forms and the process? Yes, absolutely, 100%. We have created templates in which the applicants, those which were successful applicants, their data has been with us. So what we have done, we have sanitized the data, and we have created a very ideal template in the Excel sheet format, which we share with our students. The student can study it in the first stage and they can convert their information into that particular template as per the template. After that, they clean it up, and after cleaning it up, it is checked by us. Once it is checked by us, we send it back to you. You can put it in the PMI application online, and that guarantees 99% chances that it will be passing through the automated system. The automated system has a certain algorithm inbuilt. It is looking for something that we know. So we make sure that the mistakes it is looking for is not there in your application, and you get an automatic approval for your application in 5 working days. Okay, so that is the, and most of the candidates they are getting that if they are following my template correctly, because the information which you are putting in your resume is very random, but the application which is needing the same information, but they want it in a different language and manner. They want it in short and precise language. So that application will be shared with you, which is coming from a successful applicant. You study that, it will not take you more than 2 hours to create your own data. You send it to us, we will check it, we will correct it, we'll improve it, we will make sure that it works, and then you submit it and you will get it. Okay.
And like, what do you suggest if after you study and you're confident with the mock test, then you should uh, apply for that form, right? Not like first itself, you know, fill, fill the application and then later on see.
Yeah. Okay. So let me tell everybody. So Apurva is asking a question that when you should be filling in the application form. See, first you should be taking the membership which is valid for 1 year. Then you should be filling in your application process which is also valid for 1 year. See, once you submit your application and you get a green flag, when you get an OK from the PMI, so your application is valid for 1 year. Your application is valid for 1 year. So within that window of the 1 year, you can take the test. Okay. So while you are doing the studies, so find some time to fill in your application also, so that your application is processed and your candidature is ready. So after you get your green flag, you can take the test anytime you feel that you are prepared. So whenever you are prepared, just go and select a time and slot on the PMI website and you take the test. That's it. So the application should be completed immediately when you have completed your PMP training, and you should keep your application candidature handy in your hand. So whenever you have taken the 7-8 mock test at home, you will achieve a level of pass, because we'll be failing at home and you will be doing a gap analysis at home. And after you are passing at the level of 75%, you will be taking the actual test, which will be at 63%. So definitely you will pass. So all my candidates, they have passed because they have failed at home. Because after failing, they know that what is their cause of the failure, and they filled in the cause of the failure in consultation with me and after doing the self-study also. So different people have different understanding of the knowledge area. Some people, those who are from the financial background, they are good in cost management, risk management, quality. Some people are good in the time management. So, different people have a different understanding level. So you would be knowing that within the duration of the training also, because in the training, after explaining every knowledge area, I'm conducting a small test of 10 questions for a particular knowledge area. And I'm asking you to keep your scores with you. And if you are getting less than the 7 questions right, so you need to mark that knowledge area as a special attention knowledge area. So you will be spending more time when you are doing your self-study in that knowledge area. And after that, you will be taking the test. So when you take the test, switch off your mobile phone and make sure that you have got 4 hours of the time. You take the test and you check your score and you find out which questions are wrong. Then you do a gap study, and after 3 days you take another test, do a gap study. After 3 days, take another test. Once you have reached the 75% consistency, which you will reach with my support and training, and after that you take the actual test. Now, when you don't take the mock test, the actual test will be a shock test. Okay, just keep this in mind. And many people have got that shock because they were given the false confidence. So let us guys keep always in mind, do not undermine yourself and do not be overconfident. Do not be underconfident, do not be overconfident. Know the things correctly, then approach with the right confidence. Okay, so that is more important. So be cool, calm, and confident. Okay, so next person, please ask your question.
One more question from my end.
Yeah, Mukul, please come near to the mic. Your voice is low. Rest of the participants, they are not able to hear
Uh,
it.
yeah, is
Yeah,
it better
now.
now?
Yes, yes, now it is much better.
So
Now,
now,
please go ahead.
my next question was like came to my mind as like it's like a minimum certain PDUs has to be there before sitting for the exams. So can you just some put some lights on this PDUs, having PDUs before sitting into the exams?
Yeah, so actually what you need is it is called the contact hours. So you will get a 35 contact hours certificate. So let me show you that what kind of certificate that you will get and what does it look like. The certificate would look like this. So let me show this to you. It is not a PDU. PDU is for the certified candidate, person who has passed the PMP test. So he needs the PDU to keep his PMP test alive. So what you need is a certificate, and let me show you that certificate. What does it look like? Okay, a certificate looks like this. So let me share the screen. Just give me a moment. So it mentions the 35 hours contact hours. So just give me a moment. So guys, can you see this certificate on your screen? So what you need is the 35 contact hours. Okay. So PDU is for a certified candidate. He needs to keep the certification alive. Okay. That's how it is. Right?
So how many hours is your program, training program,
The training program is of 32 hours.
and on weekends, right?
Yes, on the weekend, because most of the people are free on the weekends. Because
Weekend at how many hours on Saturday and Sunday?
Saturday and Sunday, it will be like 9 to 6 with 1 hour of the lunch break, and there will be break in between the topics also. During the topics also, reasonable break of. We need to take a break because you cannot train continuously. I cannot teach continuously. You need a break. I need a break. So we will adjust the break. So 1 hour of the lunch break, and there will be 5 minutes of the break in between the topics. Okay, so we all agree as a group. So when we need a break, we need a bio break. We need to refresh. We need to take out a walk. I need to drink some hot beverage also, so that I can continue to speak and talk to you guys. Right?
So this 35 hours will be completed like within this 2 3
Yeah.
weekends. Or
So for 4 weekends we will complete the 32 hours, and 3 hours are there reserved for the counseling. So the counseling
okay,
is separate. So in the counseling you can come on any weekday. So according to your convenience after the 7th. So I'm keeping that time to interact with my students. So you come to the WhatsApp group. If it is a short question, I will give you the answer in the WhatsApp. And if it is a long question, then I will answer you on the phone. And if you want a discussion of something, and then you can talk to me on the Zoom, right?
and how long you think like for working people with weekend? How many hours or preparation per day or on weekend is required
See,
for?
the total preparation work effort has been researched after 10 years of the observation. It is 130 person hours. So it is up to you how you can divide your 130 person hours. So if you can dedicate, say, 3 hours per day, it will be like 40 days. If you can dedicate 4 hours per day, it will be like 30 days approximately. So this is the average which is suiting 70% of the population. But some people are exceptional. Some people can do it faster. Some people are slow. But I'm talking about the average, which is based upon the observation in 70% of the cases. The self-preparation time is 130 man hours, and which is good, and which is suiting us all. Okay, because you have to take some self-test, you have to take some gap analysis time, then you have to do some study of the gap. You fill in the gap by studying those knowledge area. Some people need some kind of support and coaching on the cost management. Okay, some people are good in understanding the English. Some people are not good in understanding the English. Then they need some more understanding support on the quality management. Some people are not good in the numerical, so they need some help in the time management practice or the schedule management knowledge area practice. So the average is like 130 man hours. So which many of the institutes would not like to tell you. They will say you are pass guarantee, you give the exam in 45 days. You know, they are going to herd you like sheep. So a lot of people, they have lost the money. Now what happens when you give the exam in 45 days? If you are underprepared, so they will say that, okay, we will give you back back the fees and all that stuff. But who is going to give you back the PMI fees? They will not give you back the PMI fees. You have invested $544. So it all goes waste. So you know, it should be very, very well defined that when you should start, when you should finish, and what is the right amount of the preparation. You should not be underconfident, you should not be overconfident. Okay, that is the thing. You should be rightly prepared, because I am a project management consultant. I'm not just a trainer. I will give you the right knowledge. You may or may not like it, but truth is truth. Truth is that you can do it. Truth is that you have to follow the methodology. Truth is that you have to be honest with your planning, and you have to be consistent. If you're honest, if you're consistent, if you're following your guru, you will make it. And many people have made it. You can see it in the testimonial. Okay, so you should, and you will get a checklist of the trainer. See, trainer is the person who is going to make it or break it for you. You will get a checklist. My information is included in the checklist. There is an Excel sheet. And if you are going to take a training as well, make sure that you are able to get the information of the trainer. You ask the trainer to share his, first of all, the PMP certificate and what is the testimonial he has got. And there are many other parameters you should check. Okay, only after that you should take the training. Okay, that is the thing. You can make it. It is not something for the aliens. People in this world, they are getting PMP certified. So I am utilizing my experience and time to make sure that you are successful. You will be successful with my effort and your effort. In Hindi, we are saying, "Tali do haathon se bajti hai." So I hope you understand. It requires two hands to equally work together to make a clap. Clap doesn't happen with one hand. Okay, I am going to give you my best. You give me your best, and you will pass it. Trust me. Right? So any other participant, any particular question? So guys, no more question. Do we assume that nobody has any other question? Manoj is there, Sandeepan is there, Apurva is there, yes, Inayat is also there.
Hello, sir.
Yes, yes, Inayat, okay, but Sandeepan, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Okay.
Yes,
yes,
Manoj, good afternoon. I believe that Sandeepan raised his hand first. So Sandeepan, please go ahead and ask your question. Yes, Manoj, I will answer your question.
Can I speak? Okay, fine. I'll wait for my turn.
Sandeepan, please go ahead and ask your question.
Yeah, sir. After completion of PMP, how much important is to learn the tools like IMS project and Primavera?
Oh, yes, it's a very good question. Now, guys, let me tell you his Sandeepan's question. He says that after you have done your PMP certification, how much it is important to learn Microsoft Project and the Primavera. Now, let me tell you my experience. My experience was upside down. I knew the tool, Microsoft Project, but I didn't know the process. I was using my Microsoft Project since 1998. I got certified in the PMP in 2009. So, but after 2009, I realized that I'm not using the tool properly. I need to learn more about the tool. So I took an internal training within my company to use the tool better. Now, what happens that once you have done your certification, your knowledge of the project management opens a lot. You are more concerned about the schedule management, resource management, cost management. Okay, these three are very, very important areas which are immediately addressed by the Microsoft project. Okay, so what happens is that you want to see your more data in a structured fashion because now you know that what are the things which can go wrong in the project. So then you will be thirsting to know a tool, to use a tool, because you are now having a fire within as a project manager to implement your project management thought process better. Definitely it becomes practically useful to know a tool after the training, because after the training you are becoming a better project manager, and a better project manager would like to do the work better, so he should be using a tool to implement his thought better. So it becomes very, very useful. So a lot of the trainees, they come after the PMP, the certification, to learn the tool also. I not only help them learn the tool, if they are willing to do the certification from Microsoft. So I'm teaching them for the certification also. So there are two kind of training. One is the practical training and one is the certification training. The practical training for the Microsoft project is two days, and the certification training takes around a little bit more time. I have to give you some question banks, and then I have to support you also in answering, helping you in answering those questions. So it is useful to do the practical training after or during the certification so that you can practically manage your projects, right? Yes, Manoj, now your question.
Yeah, thank you. Um, Good afternoon, Sujay ji, and my friends who are attending this webinar on PMP certification. Hope all of you and your family are safe during this COVID-19 pandemic. So, sir, my name is Manoj Bhatt, and I'm working as a project manager in social development sector, working with international NGO. Uh, I'm looking for this PMP certification for two things. First of all, to learn more about this project management, their tool technique, because you also showed a presentation which says that it's a combination of knowledge, skills, tools, and techniques in project activities to achieve the project objectives. That's why the company hired the project manager, so that these project managers help the organization to achieve the goal of the company, so that they can best provide the product and services to the consumers and help the consumer to satisfy. I'm looking for this course to excel in my career. I would apply for some senior level, and I feel that this certification will help me, like it will help me in better positioning for all those candidates who are applying for the senior level. But my query is that in the social development sector, there are hardly any NGO hiring people at the senior level with PMP certification course. I had gone through a lot of JDs. They are looking for those candidates who have a background with social development, social work, development management, and other sociology, including the relevant experience. So, can you give me a little bit light on base of your experience and exposure in this sector, if you have, so that it will motivate me to apply for this kind of certification, so that in terms of learning or in terms of excel in the career, it will help me in coming time in near future. That's Thank you.
That is a very good question. So, see, let me tell you the gist of the question. The gist of the question is that you are working in a particular sector in which you observe that nobody is asking for a certified project manager. Now, let me tell you one thing, Mr. Manoj, that whether someone is asking for a certified project manager or not, would it not be good if you become much more proficient in your job? It would serve your purpose only. Because if you are working practically good, you will be visible in your current company for your good deliveries, for your good management, for your good communication skills, for your good risk management skills, and it will give you a lot of confidence also. Because the confidence that you gain, the way you are able to manage your projects, so that will make each of your professional working day as a happy day, cheerful day, because I'm confident I can solve many problems around me. So you see it like a training which will make you better. The certification you can keep for later, and someone will definitely recognize your the certification one day. And whether someone is currently asking or not, it will be asked for one day. See, now let me tell you my case. I started my IT career in 1990. In 1990 till the year 98, nobody had heard of the PMP certification here in India. From 90 to 98, nobody had heard of the PMP certification in India. In the year 2000, I went to the US. When I came back from the US, I was already a project manager due to the circumstances. I was doing a lot of the planning work. When I came back, a lot of the projects they came to India. Then suddenly Indian companies they started to ask for PMP certified people. And PMP certification in those days, I'm talking about the year 2002 when I came back to India, the fees was 22,000 rupees for the training, for the 4 days of the training. And the training used to be conducted in the five-star hotels or the four-star hotels. And the trainers, some of the trainers, they were working in the multinational companies like IBM. IBM had the first set of the PMP certified project managers. They were certified, they were trained by the American trainers who used to come to India. They would come to India, conduct the training in IBM, and IBM got its first set of the project managers certified, and then came the revolution in India, and other companies are also starting to adopt. Now, what happened? Let me tell you about the project management. Project management is the gift of the mankind's first engineering. The first engineering of the mankind is civil engineering, as we all know. Civil engineering is the first, it is as old as the pyramid, it is as old as the Great Wall of China. It is as old as the Sindhu Valley civilization. If you look at the Sindhu Valley civilization, it has got roads intersecting at 90-degree angles, planned houses, planned township. Everything is very well planned. Definitely, it is the work and thought process of the project management only. Now, coming back to your industry, maybe someone is not asking, but it will be useful for you to become proficient in the project management so that day-to-day working is easy for you. It is better for you. If you are having a car, if you're driving in a remote village without any license, nobody is going to question you. Okay, so you can drive the car there, you can drive with your limited knowledge because the village roads might be easier to navigate than the city road. There might be very wide space. Maybe you can drive the car with a lot of proficiency, but the moment you come to the city, the first thing the traffic inspector will stop you and ask you is the license. Okay, so make sure that you are prepared for those times. So the future you just don't know. Even in your industry, then the people those who are having the PMP certification might be valued. Okay, so just do this certification, if not for the sake of the certification, do it for the sake of self improvement. Okay, do it with the sake of self improvement. Be in my group, be in my WhatsApp group, interact with the rest of the project manager. In, increase your day-to-day proficiency of the project management, gain the confidence, and do the work with confidence each day. There are lots of certification which I have not utilized proficiently as a professional, but I have used them to make sure that I work better. I had done a Microsoft project certification many years back, and which I did not use to find any other job. I did the certification, you know why? Because to get that certificate, I had to undergo the grind of the self-study. I have to undergo the grind of the training. I have to undergo the grind to learn the thing completely and then do the certification test and which I passed. But after passing, it was not the certificate that mattered to me first. What mattered to me is that now I am a better user of the Microsoft project. But I have a latest version, the certificate also for the version 2013, which I use professionally, which I have showcased on my website, which I am showcasing to the whole world. Okay, but I did my certification, the first one, many years ago in the year 2000, just to become proficient. Because the certification forces you to study a minimum quantity of knowledge to get that. So when you acquire a minimum of quantity of the knowledge and keep it in your mind, it is immediately useful in your day-to-day work. So that is why I would advise that Mr. Bhatt, that you study for yourself, not for the industry first. The industry will find you.
Sir, my next question is you just replied to one of my friend question that it is for a 2 to 3 weeks training, which starts, which will be happen in Saturday from 9 to 6. In some cases, like for example, if we will be in some meeting with our organization for some important work and will not able to attend that part of that training, then how your organization and the Seventh Hack Consulting will compensate or help help us in that case?
See, since we are conducting this training through the Zoom, and everyone will be provided the facility to record it on their laptop. See, if you look at the top right corner, you will be seeing three dots. So you will be seeing that a record button is there, but it will be saying that you need the permission to record it. So once you are a student of the 7th Hack training, you will get the permission to record it. So what you can do, you can keep the recording on from the start of the meeting till the end of the meeting, and you can attend your meeting. Once you have attended your meeting, you can come back and see those parts of the training which you could not attend due to your meeting. Even if you can't record, we will be putting up the recording which you are doing at our end. We will be putting it on the Google Drive. You can download it from the Google Drive also. We will be putting the same recording on the YouTube channel also. So you can see it from the YouTube also. Okay. So whichever way you want, if you want to download an exclusive copy for yourself, you can download it from the Google Drive. If you want to see it from the YouTube channel, you can see it from the YouTube channel also. So after one day of the recording is complete, we will upload it to the Google Drive and the YouTube channel, and we will share the address of the Google Drive, and we will also share the URL of the YouTube channel. So both ways you can access. So there will not be a problem.
It means
Plus
that
I am there.
it means that there are a number of options provided by Seventh Hack Consulting to the participants so that they can successfully complete this training course provided by you. That would be great, sir.
Exactly, Manoj. And
Last question.
one
Last question, sir.
Okay.
Is there any validity attached with this certificate?
See yes, that is a very good question we have asked, because
is any validity?
Because there is a lot of false stories being spread by many other training institutes that the training certificate is valid only for 1 year, because many people did the training 3-4 years ago. Now let me tell you one thing: a certificate according to the PMI standards, this contact hour certificate is valid for the lifetime. Yes, you can use it after 10 years. Now what happens after 10 years? You might be at the PMBOK 10. You did the training when the PMBOK 6 was in use. Now you have to appear for the test under the PMBOK 10. So do you think that you can go ahead and take the test? No, you won't be. You might need to refresh yourself. So now let me tell you one thing. The certification which is for the 35 contact hours of the project management education is valid for lifetime. Do not be misled by anybody. But you have to understand one thing: if you are creating too much gap from the time of the training to taking your exam, then you might need to refresh yourself. That is the reason we tell people to take the exam within the maximum three months time period. Because if you are taking more than 3 months, you might be losing some concept out of your head. And if you are taking, if you are, let's say, not giving enough time to your studies and trying to take the exam too early, then you might fail. So that is why we tell people that you take test at home. You first check yourself at home, use 5 to 6 question banks to get better and better and better. When in two question set you are getting 75%, then you take the actual test and then you will pass for sure. 100% pass. You will pass 100%.
Thank you, Sujoy sir. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, you will never fail in the actual test. You might fail in the home test. So what is wrong? If you fail, actually you don't fail. So basically, you know that how you should be improving yourself. We don't call it a failure. We call it FAIL, first attempt in learning. Fail gives you the opportunity to learn. You know, the successful people, this is the meaning of the word fail. First attempt in learning. So they learned that, so when they are successful, they also learn that how to be successful. So when they fail, so they learn what made them fail. So in both cases, you are learning only. Okay. So you never fail in life. Okay. So if you are keeping your learning mind on, so where did I not learn? So that is called first attempt in learning. But if you don't attempt something, you would never learn. I believe that you started to drive a bicycle. Did you succeed in one attempt? No. You must have fallen down. You must have scratched your knees and toes. You must have hurt. Then you learned how to balance a motorcycle. Then you learned how to drive a car. So, you know, step by step, you are getting the confidence. Okay. So you can do it. That's not a problem. With training and with dedication, with practice, you can do it. And definitely, I will give you the strategy that how to go to the test center, how to take the actual test, where you are guaranteed pass. Okay, that is the.
Can you also highlight the cost of the exam fee, which is
Yes, someone
Okay,
more.
Manoj, just to answer you.
Yeah, so yeah, we are getting to it.
Yeah, so this is Vivek from 7th Hack. First of all, let me clarify this. It will not be 2-3 weeks of training. It will be just 4-day training split across 2 weekends. So it will be starting from 23rd. So first two sessions would be on 23rd and 24th. Next two will be on 30th and 31st of May. The time would be 9 to 6 p.m. Training cost for the program would be 9,000 plus GST. I have left the enrollment link in the chat box. I'll text one more time for your reference. So in case you are interested, you can go for the enrollment. You can make payment there and post. Once we receive the confirmation, I'll share rest of the details with you. So here is the link for enrollment. If you have any other question on it, then let us know.
I asked a question that what would be the exam fee, and
Okay.
Yeah, exam fee. Yeah, exam fee will be $544 for the complete package for the member. See, it is like this. Let me show it to you on the screen. Okay, just to watch my screen. I will just show you that how it is made. First, let me type it out. Okay, so let me share this with you so that you can understand that what is the exam fee. exam fee is like this. Here it is. So I hope that you can see this. See, for the member, okay, first let me tell you about the non-member. The non-member fee is 555 US dollar. And for the member, this is $139 is the membership fee. And $405 is the exam. The exam. And this adds up to $544. So you are getting a saving of the USD 11. So USD 11 is your saving as a member. And plus you get a lot of membership benefit. You can download your own copy of PMBOK first of all. Then you get access to many other member forums where you can get a lot of access to the digital library. You get a lot of standards, books, magazines, so which you are getting for all the past years and for the current, and then you are getting invites from the PMI North India chapter also. So whatever is your nearest chapter, so you are getting the access from there. So once again, let me tell you, for the non-member, the exam fee is 555 USD, but with the membership, your exam fee is 405 and the total is $544. You are saving US dollar 11 and plus membership benefits. Okay, plus membership benefits you are getting, and your membership is for 1 year. 1 year membership. This membership is fee is valid for 1 year. That is the benefit, right?
Good afternoon, sir.
Okay. So,
Hello.
Yes, Inayat. So next, so yes, Manoj, I believe all your questions are answered here.
yeah,
Yeah,
sir. Then thank you so much. How to become a member? Is there any difference between members and non-members, and how to become a member? And there is if you can have put some light on it, that would be great. And this is my last question. Thank you so much.
Once you enroll in my course, I will explain the complete enrollment process on the fourth day. This is reserved for the fourth day for all the students.
Sir, I have a query, sir.
Yes, Inayat.
Sir, I come from a background of MBA. I've done MBA in 2002-3, and then I have more than 16 years of work experience at various capacities. And right now I'm executive secretary at a trade body. And earlier I have worked as a project manager for a couple of firms for 4 to 5 years. So now my question is, at this mid-career time, is it beneficial for me to take up this PMP course to progress in my professional career?
Yes, very good question. See, let me tell you, Inayat, let me tell you my example. You know what happened when I was studying for my IT in my graduation? So they were teaching me the Unix operating system. Okay, Unix operating system. I'm telling you about the year 1985 to 88. So I was wondering what is the use of learning the Unix operating system, because when I looked around all around myself, everybody was using DOS based microcomputers, DOS based disk operating system. So when I went into the industry, I was working on a DOS based computer only. I retrained myself and I learned the DOS, and basically I went to the NIT also. So from there I learned the DOS. But what happened that after many years I get Linux projects. So in the Linux is a variant of the Unix only. So I was able to handle that. Now let me tell you one thing: the education never goes waste. So these are the times when you are able to upgrade yourself to something which might be useful in the future. So you just don't know who is looking out for you. Now let me tell you that someone might be looking for your profile with the combination of the PNP certification. Opportunity will come if you prepare for the opportunity. Opportunity will not come to your door and tell you, look, this is the opportunity I am waiting for you at your door, and please get ready and then come with me. Okay. There is a saying in English, time and tide waits for none. So you should be prepared for the good opportunity. If there is a good rainfall, if a farmer is told there is going to be good rainfall, he should be ready to take the value of the opportunity by sowing the seeds in time. So it is the time that you sow your seeds, so that when it rains, you get the opportunity. It's going to rain here in India in the economic sector. How? Because all the companies which were being run by the Japanese, Koreans, Europeans, and the Americans, they are moving out of China. And majority of them will come to India because India is a big country and we are politically stable. We have a lot of manpower. We have the largest pool of English speaking graduate, and we are a democratic country. We are an open country, and it is easier for this country to do business with India. Okay, we are multicultural people and we value multicultural, because once they were they're doing business in China, what was happening that the Chinese government was starting to control these companies also. Now they want to just get out of here. If we look at only just one country, that is Japan, and Japanese brands, Sony, Toshiba, and many other brands, big manufacturing brands are there in China. Japanese and Chinese, they are culturally very uncomfortable with each other, but the Japanese are very comfortable. So just even if one country comes to India, na, so at the end of the September, we are going to be flooded with job offers. If you look at the current job situation, yeah, that is fine. Even if you look at the pilot is sitting at home. Do you think that he should be looking for a job? Or do you think that he is at home because he doesn't know how to fly? No. The pilots, they know that when the COVID thing or when the lockdown is open, they are going to fly again. They are going to get the job opportunity again. So think of the train driver. Do the train drivers should look for a job? No, not because they are not incompetent. It is because the opportunity is not there currently. The travel sector is now locked up. The hotel industry is locked up. That doesn't mean that if you are acquiring certain skills, that will not be utilized in the future. The world is not going to the stone age. The world is going to progress, and definitely we will find a vaccine and the medicine. Like we find for hundreds of the diseases before the vaccine and the medicine. We are living in more informed times. We are living in more scientific times. We are living in the age of the internet, where we are highly connected to each other in the neighborhood, and we are connected into the world also. If any one country finds a cure, that will be shared within 1 hour across all the labs, and they will try to replicate it, verify it, and then they will do the mass production. So the world will just come back and nobody will remember that what happened during the lockdown. So everybody will get back to their business of the productivity. So at the time, what will matter that how prepared you were while you had the time, but later you won't have the time. So it is better that you arm yourself with whatever certification you want to do. I'm not only telling about the PNP. If you have any other things to do, you just do them. Be prepared for the future, right? So it is going to benefit us all in many ways. So the PMP certification is something which is required in every industry. It could definitely benefit everybody in every industry. Okay, it is not just about the IT industry or the construction industry. It is good for any industry where there is a lot of planning work to be done. So it will be beneficial for you. So just go ahead and do it. The PMP certification is useful in any industry, any domain, and if you do it, your recognition will be sealed in the certificate that okay, you have that much knowledge. So that knowledge once quantified will be there with you for the rest of your life. You will be feeling better, you will be doing better, you will be executing better, and you will be noticed better. Okay, at least for the betterment of yourself, you should learn something. So project management is something which we need in our professional life in whichever industry we work in, right? That is the thing. So any more questions, guys? So guys, just make sure that you enroll for this course. Maybe Vivek can give you certain discounts here while we are talking right now. So those who enroll, those who attend the Zoom seminar, those who enroll early, because we are taking the limited number of the candidates. Okay, we make sure that we are able to pay individual attention. We don't run it like a webinar. Okay. So those who raise their hand, one of them is Mr. Gupta. Yes, please go ahead and ask your question. Arpan, you go ahead and ask your question. Yes, Arpan, you have a question.
Yeah, could you please tell me about this program, how it is helpful for finance sector, finance and account?
See, in the finance sector, see, whenever you have any project, like you have to launch a new product, so you have to do a lot of financial planning. In every company, there is a CFO. Role of a CFO is there. The CFO is to plan the finance of an organization on a short-term to long-term basis, and all those are planned like the projects only. If you are having this certification, you can do financial planning, and financial planning is not the accounting job. It's not about just counting the money. It is about making sure that the money is utilized in a planned fashion. So finance sector requires a lot of projects to be launched, and these projects, they can be launched better if the person is having a project management knowledge, so that the money can be planned very well. So a lot of project management
Uh,
knowledge is also utilized here.
yeah, yeah, Mr. Datta. I'm as I'm I am as I'm making financial plan for my company, and uh, and all the projects are planned uh, according to uh, my supervision as per concern with finance. So how this program will add and enhance my skill, because
See,
we are doing same things from last more than 5 years.
yes. See, whatever
Because
work you
I'm
are
not an
doing.
engineer. I'm not an engineer.
Mhm.
I'm an
So
MBA
is
finance.
so is your question complete? Can I answer now?
Yeah, please.
Okay. So okay. So see, you have to understand one thing. You have to do a lot of planning. It is not without planning that you are not saying randomly or counting something on your fingers and doing the work. So you have to think about short-term planning, mid-term planning, long-term planning. So what is the amount of money which is needed for the short-term thing? I need something to keep my operations going for the 6 months. Then I have a mid-term plan from the 6 months to the 2 years. Then I have long-term plan from 2 years onwards. The company wants to go into the new line of businesses. So to help this planning, you need project management. So project management you might be doing. So as I told you, that there are many people, those who are working in their company for a very long time, their boss is very happy with them and they are the project managers as per their boss. But when they go to the industry, then they realize that they don't have the complete knowledge of the project management. If you want to advance your career, you learn the project management, implement it, become more confident, and then you can open more of the opportunities which are there around you. Okay, the avenues of growth will be open for you when you acquire a new skill and when you apply project management to your finance planning. So any kind of planning
Okay,
requires the project management fundamentals.
okay. Thank you.
Okay. So any other person wanting to have any answer? Yes, Mr. Pranay, you have any question? Pranay, you are there. You wanted to ask some question. So guys, if we are done, then we can close this session.
Okay,
So
so
make sure.
before we close this, I have updated the registration link. The original fee cost for the program is 9,000 plus GST. And I have updated the link wherein if you choose to register with us within next 5 hours, there will be a discount of 500. So the fee will be 8,500 plus GST. So I would say grab the opportunity in case you are interested, because after 5 hours, it will again go back to 9,000 plus GST.
So that is a very good offer, guys. We're coming from my partner, Mr. Vivek Srivastava. and he is definitely managing all this seminar very well. So he's working behind the scene, make sure that whatever the offer that has been made by you, that has been grabbed you, and make sure that some of the participants, those who are not here, but they were with, I mean, they were in this seminar for fairly good duration. So send them a mail also, tell them that, okay, since you left early, but here is the offer. So
Yes, yes, definitely. It will be for everyone. So
by this
after this,
PM, you grab this, and this is the benefit of 500 rupees.
exactly. So this will be for everyone. After this webinar, I'll send a email to all the participants. Well, I'll share the offer that we are quoting. Yeah.
Yeah, so I have a question from Mr. Pranay. He says that he is working as a career. So if you are working as an assistant professor, so what is the subject that you are teaching right now? Or may I know, Mr. Pranay, if you don't mind? So you can put it in the chat box only. Because I'm invited by many universities, like private universities like the MIT University, Lovely Professional University, and Fortune Institute of International Business, Institute of Management Technology, Ghaziabad, Institute of Studies, Noida, to conduct project management awareness course, concept course for students. And many of the professors that in many colleges, the final year students are being given the project. So many of the professors, they are becoming PMP certified themselves so that they can conduct the teaching or the training for the students in the college itself. So maybe that way it would be useful for you. But if you are thinking from your professorship role going to the industry, it is good, because I know many people, I know many engineers, those who used to work in the DMRC, Delhi Metropolitan Corporation as civil engineers, they are now teaching in the Kalinga Institute of Industrial Technology, and they feel that they are taking a break, and after some time they feel like they should work in the industry. So you see people going back and forth, but PMP certification is something helping them in both the places, university also and in the industry also. So it is up to you if you want to take it. It is your call. The usefulness, I believe I have explained it sufficiently, and it is now up to you how much you want to benefit from it. Benefit is certainly there. If you want to take the benefit, benefit is available. Okay, benefit is available. Project manager is something that everybody needs. Okay. So I think I have answered everybody's question. Yes, Apurv, do you have a question? I believe you asked. So I think we can close the session, and I thank you all, those who are here and not every.
One last question. Seventh Hack
Yes,
is PMI registered institute for that contact hours.
See, for the contact, I am the certified trainer. Okay. Even if the REP is there or not there, the trainer himself has to be certified at the time of the training. So my certification was displayed in the beginning. I told you that I'm certified till 2021, and it is only the certified trainer can give the training. He can sign the certificate.
Okay, okay, understood.
So 7th Hack is enrolled in the REP. So where to go to the REP or not? Now let me tell you one more scam. One scam is there. A lot of REPs are using the trainers. Their certification is expired. I'll just show you mine. So how you should check. So I'll just hang on with me for a moment. This is something that you will be getting. You will be getting a checklist from 7th act so that you can cross check. So I'll be showing you the screen. Even if you're doing from some RE, just ask for the certification of the trainer. What is the current certification status of the trainer? Okay, I'm going to share the with you just right now. Okay, so this is the PMI.org. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to put the details of the trainer here. You have to select the country. I am from India. Okay, ask the detail. You should ask for the certification and using the detail from the certificate. Then you click here. Once you click here, and it will tell you the result. Do you see the result at the bottom? Do you see the status active?
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah. So do that for any trainer, and you have the right to do it. Suppose if you go to a doctor and if the doctor is not currently qualified, he is treating you for something. So you know that can be disastrous. Okay. So make sure that you verify this before the training. It's the trainer who will sign the certificate of the contact hours, and he has to do it. So, okay, guys, thank
you.
Thank you very much. In the WhatsApp group. Okay, bye. Have a nice day. Have a nice day.